Good evening, basketball fans across the globe. Tonight, we're talking about a team that just won't go away quietly, a team that continues to defy the odds, silence the critics, and keep the flame of championship glory alive. I'm talking about none other than the Golden State Warriors. In a Game 7 thriller that had everything from grit to glory, the Warriors pulled off the improbable. Golden State defeated the Houston Rockets 103-89, clinching a hard-fought series and punching their ticket to the Western Conference semifinals. And folks, this wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Heavily out-rebounded? Yes. Underdogs? Definitely. On the ropes? Without question. But when the lights were brightest and the pressure at its peak, the Warriors showed the world exactly why championship DNA never fades. Let's rewind to that unforgettable night in Chase Center. The Rockets came in ready to dominate the boards. They did. Houston grabbed 52 rebounds to Golden State's 38. But what they couldn't capture was the heart, the hustle, and the heroics of one man who stepped up and became a legend in his own right, Buddy Hield. Oh, Buddy. What a game. Hield exploded with 33 points, electrifying the crowd with shot after shot that made you jump out of your seat. But this wasn't just about scoring. Buddy locked in defensively. He hounded Fred VanVleet. He stayed glued to Jalen Green. His energy was contagious. His confidence, unshakable. Coach Steve Kerr called him the spark that lit the fire. Jimmy Butler? He simply nodded and said, "That's the guy we needed tonight." Speaking of Butler, what a warrior in every sense of the word. Playing through a nagging knee injury, Jimmy logged a brutal 45 minutes, never asking out, never backing down. He finished with 16 points, 7 assists, and a pair of crucial steals in the fourth quarter. But his presence? That was worth more than the box score could ever show. And then, there was the magician. The master of moments. Stephen Curry. Curry took over the second half like only he can. Facing double teams, getting bumped, bodied, and battered, none of it mattered. He stayed cool. Calculated. Relentless. He finished with 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists, including a dagger three-pointer with 1:14 left on the clock that sent the entire arena into a frenzy. Draymond Green, the heart and soul of the franchise, made sure his presence was felt early. After an emotionally tough Game 6, Draymond came out swinging, setting the tone with 11 points, 9 rebounds, and smothering defense that completely disrupted Houston's flow. He was vocal, he was physical, and he reminded the Rockets, and everyone else watching, that this team isn't done yet. But let's not forget the unsung heroes, the role players who may not get the headlines, but make all the difference. Brandon Podziemski brought hustle and court awareness. Moses Moody hit timely shots and fought for every loose ball. And Gary Payton too. Well, the glove fits. He played stingy defense and kept Houston's wings in check. Now, with Game 7 in the rearview mirror, the Warriors find themselves facing a whole new beast, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And if you thought the first round was brutal, buckle up. This matchup is going to be a war. Game 1 tips off with the Warriors on the road. The odds? Against them. The point spread? Not in their favor. The rest? Minimal. But guess what? That's just how they like it. Let's break down what's ahead. The Timberwolves are no joke. They come into this series rested, ready, and ruthless. With elite rim protection, third best in the league, and efficient three-point shooting, fourth in accuracy, Minnesota is a team built for playoff intensity. Their transition defense is among the best, and they know exactly how to slow down a team like Golden State that thrives on chaos. But there's one thing Minnesota doesn't have: experience. And when it comes to playoff basketball, nothing beats battle scars. Sure, the Warriors are older. Curry is 36. Draymond's body has taken a pounding. Jimmy is banged up. But this team has rings, resilience, and the kind of playoff IQ you just can't teach. During the regular season, the Warriors took 3 out of 4 games against the Timberwolves, even without Jimmy Butler. That's not nothing. That's a signal. A clue. A reminder that Golden State knows how to adjust, adapt, and strike when it matters most. But let's talk strategy. Let's talk what it'll take to beat Minnesota and keep this run alive. First, Golden State must avoid playing into Rudy Gobert's hands. The French Tower dominated the Lakers last round, swatting shots and controlling the paint. The Warriors can't let that happen. The key? Perimeter play. Golden State ranks second in the league in three-point attempts. That has to be their weapon. They must space the floor, move the ball quickly, and use their speed to drag Gobert away from the rim. High pick and rolls, quick swing passes, and early shot clock threes, that's how you flip the script. And defensively? It's all about closing out, hard. Minnesota thrives on uncontested threes, hitting a sizzling 42% when left wide open. But contest those shots, and suddenly the percentages plummet. The Warriors must rotate faster. Communicate louder. Fight through screens. Every inch matters. That brings us back to Buddy Hield, the X-factor in this series. He's had up and down nights, yes. But against Minnesota this season, he's shown flashes of brilliance. If he can stay hot, and play 20-plus minutes consistently, his shooting can change the entire landscape of the matchup. Now, it's not just on Buddy. Curry must continue to bend defenses. Butler's grit will be needed every night. Draymond must keep anchoring both ends. But without reliable help from the bench, it could get ugly. That's where the likes of Podziemski, Moody, and Payton too come in. If even one of them can find a rhythm, hit a couple of shots, or get a couple of key stops, it shifts the balance. Let's be honest, the Warriors don't have youth on their side. They don't have rest. They don't have the betting odds. But what they do have is heart. And in the playoffs, sometimes that's all you need. So, what's next? Game 1. Minnesota. On the road. A test of endurance. A test of belief. A test of legacy. Will the Warriors' old guard continue to hold the line? Will the young guns rise to the moment? Will Buddy Hield cement himself as more than a one-game wonder? Can Curry conjure up more magic in the land of giants? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, no matter the odds, no matter the obstacles, the Golden State Warriors are not going down without a fight. This isn't just a team. It's a legacy. A movement. A reminder that the game isn't just about talent, it's about toughness, trust, and timing. And as long as Steph Curry laces up those sneakers, as long as Jimmy Butler limps his way through pain, and as long as Draymond Green is barking orders from the heart of the huddle, this team has a chance. A chance to shock the world one more time. Stay tuned. The story is far from over. This is Warriors basketball. And here's the key takeaway from the channel: delve into financial education to enhance your quality of life. Within the financial market, explore bonds and shares, particularly focusing on real estate investment trusts, which offer the potential for passive income. Engage with this responsibly and consider reputable investment brokerages worldwide.